Hello viewers, my name is Wamadi. I'm your host and solicitor. I'm here to update you of the recent changes to the immigration rules. As you are aware, from the 1st of February this year, landlords all over UK can no longer keep illegal immigrants in their property. They will be fined £3,000. Last month on the 18th of March, the Home Office has increased their fees, which means all applications that are made to the Home Office require an increase in fees. I just want to run you on a breakdown of the recent changes that took place last week, which was the 6th of April 2016. I would like to take a few topics. First, applications are supposed to be made with the appropriate forms henceforth. If you do not make your application with the right form, it will attract a mandatory refusal. There will be no rooms for discretions for that. Secondly, there are changes relating to students. If you are a student in the UK, you cannot study for a course that is below the course you're studying. It has to be a course that has to lead to academic progression. And also, those who are students as children, the rule has been clarified that it will be added into the mandatory 8 years which they have to remain in the UK. Lastly, for the student as well, if you're an adult and you're studying in a college, you can no longer study for more than 2 years. And if you are studying in the university or college, which is above degree or at the degree level, you cannot study more than 5 years. Now, I'd like to also have to talk about the changes as it regards to the administrative review. Now, the administrative review came in last year, and what the Home Office has done is to reduce chances of which people can have right of appeal. So, right of appeal in the UK has been limited. Now, from the 6th of April, the mandatory refusal, which has to deal with falsification of documents or false or deception, so to say, has been incorporated into administrative review, thereby reducing the chances for a proper appeal. Now, what is quite unique about the recent changes is what they call the litigation debt. That is new and has been incorporated into the law. You see, a lot of people who are here trying to regularize their stay end up lodging judicial review which lacks merit, and as such, costs are awarded against them. And these costs, they don't pay. So what the government has done now is that from the 6th of April, if you have been awarded costs by the courts, by the tribunal, and you don't pay off, it is a mandatory ground for refusal. Now, that also applies even if you're here under the Appendix Armed Forces, or even if you are here as a visitor. That has now been streamlined into what they call the suitability criteria test. Once again, these changes are real, and it is important that you seek legal advice. It is important that you go to the right source to get this information, because if you do not get the right information and you apply, you're bound to have your application refused. Now, one other topic I need to talk about, which is the private life. It is quite common. I hear a lot of queries, inquiries. What is this private life about? Now, the private life is categorized into four groups. You have those who have been here in this country illegally for 20 years. You have the other category, which is a child, either born here or was brought from abroad and has lived in this country for 7 years. And it will be unreasonable for you to ask that child to return back to his country of origin. The third category is those who, though are 18, but below 25 years, but has lived half of their life in the UK. While the last category will be those, though adults, 18 and above, but has lived in the UK for less than 20 years, but would find it very difficult to reintegrate into their country of origin. Now, this is what is called the private life within the immigration rule. Now, I want to talk about specifically as it involves the 7 years rule. There's always a misconception. A lot of people who have children here feel once their child is in the UK for 7 years, it's automatic. And from queries I get, I keep telling them it is not true. One aspect is the 7 years. The second aspect is whether it will be unreasonable for you to ask that child to return back to his country of origin. I would be willing to get queries or feedback from members of the public. If you have issues, challenges with your immigration status in the UK, do not hesitate to contact us. The number is on the screen. My name is Wamadi. I'm your host. Thank you.
At Vincent Solicitors, we specialize in immigration law, providing fast, reliable, affordable immigration service, including legal advice concerning all UK immigration and human rights matters, asylum and humanitarian protection, British citizenship, overstayers and judicial reviews. Telephone 020 8574 0666.
For your free 15 to 20 minutes consultation, please contact Mr. Wamadi. Dial the number on our screen.